The stage is all set, and I'm very sure that people must have been waiting for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now get ready. We are disclosing some top secrets, some innovation, creation, and a lot more in store as per the coming business up. So, without further ado, let's completely get into it. Today we have in Coffee with Dr. Chetan Kumar Mehta, we have a special guest. A big round of applause for Mr. Avinash Gupta, Vice Chairman, GJC.
Thank you. I think you have been a wonderful host. You have a good words speaking, such a fantastic inspiration with the beauty. Thank you. I think we are about to live another 1 or 2 minutes. But this is, I think, 14th edition what happening, And it was not so easy. It was very tough to hear out all the legendary people because their life been so special to everyone. And we have all seen the success of people, but the success story has a lot of difficulties, challenges in the life they've gone through. And always I feel that we talk about successful people, but behind the success there is a lot big story about their struggle, hard work, and what they have learned from the life. We all youngsters have to get inspired from those people. And we have to make sure that anything doesn't come free. It comes with the hard work only. And we need to hard work. Today, it's a very good day and a very lucky day for me because the personality whom I'm going to interview or have a coffee with, I had a lot of coffees with him before. But this coffee is something very unique because the coffee will be there, but in that juice will be there. It's a very different coffee because coffee gets cold very soon. Flavored coffee. And the best part of this man is, he's the most... Vivek, are we ready? Okay. So good evening, everyone. So we are on live. So I would request everyone, whoever is standing outside, to please take your seats because once we sit down, I can get that energy that I need to interview a great man with, who has a passion for the jewelry. So before introducing the gentleman, he's been a great friend, great mentor, great guide, and the most intellectual personality from our industry. The best part of him is once he takes a stand in his life, he stands for that, and he makes sure that whatever he decided, he does. Even I came to know few things about him that I will discuss on the chair when it comes here. So, today we are going to have a Q&A with a legendary, a real legend, the most passionate person for the jewelry what I've seen, and the highest margin taker. He is proud of that. We all always say that मैं कम में करता हूँ, He always tell मैं अच्छा करता हूँ, बड़ा करता हूँ, He have a good margin. I love his attitude. Here we are all fighting for 1 touch, half touch. He's straight away taking 10 touch profit. And he says that openly. So this is what, there is a lot of big introduction, but when he comes on the chair, I will introduce you. First of all, a big round of applause for Avinash Gupta from Mamraj, Musaddilal, and Vice Chairman of GJC. Welcome, sir. Coffee leather, Petto. Avinash bhai is telling darana mat. Ulta bol rahe ho. We are all ready? I think big round of applause. Avinash Gupta sir, I think he's a legend from the industry. Very dear friend. Avinash bhai, very interesting. Your life's journey is very interesting. We want to know your not very long story, crisp story. How was your childhood? Because your father was professor And coming to this industry, how was your childhood? How did you come? At what age you have entered? Up to there, we all wanted to know. So I would request you to keep crisp so that we can take many questions with you. Yes.
Thank you, Chetan bhai. First of all, your coffee is very expensive and very, very difficult to gulp and digest. Thank you for asking my earlier phase of my life. I was really, really a naughty guy when I was young. And when I say I was young, I'm still young.
Yes, I mean it.
So when I was a child, I always spent my childhood having fun. And as rightly told by you, my father was a professor. He did his PhD in physics from University of Texas, and he was into teaching profession. And I was unfortunate that in my early life, when I was 11 years old, I lost my father and my elder brother and my grandfather and my mother, who is the real strength of my life. They took care of me, and because of all their efforts, I'm sitting in front of you. So, as I have already told that I was a really, really naughty and
Naughty means what? Like naughty means what? You just
Naughty means
you beat someone, or
everything.
you had many girlfriends, or what?
Everything I had in my life.
Okay, so you have enjoyed.
Even, yes.
Thoroughly you have enjoyed.
Thoroughly. I enjoy still.
Okay, so it's very clear. The statement is he enjoying today also, and you've enjoyed thoroughly.
Yes.
So I think you're very naughty.
Yes.
So
Very true.
Avinash bhai, which thing you feel that like you have missed in your childhood? You feel today when you have been a successor, do you feel you have left something in your childhood that you wanted to do and you couldn't pursue it, or you couldn't enjoy it? Something like which you feel.
No, I think I'm blessed that I have enjoyed every season of my life in the right spirit. And as my life is, I enjoy the moment. Right from the beginning, I had that culture, and I was and I am enjoying the moment.
The best part is you're very polished. So it will be difficult to take out the answers, I know, but I'll try my best. Again, I'm asking you, I want to come to the point. Everyone, I know you're blessed, and something because you have a gratitude towards life, so you say that you have enjoyed all the seasons, I agree to you. But somewhere, something you wanted to do in the childhood, or somewhere you feel something, or it is 100% you have did everything, like anything you feel like maybe you're not opened up to that, anything, any incident or anything which you wanted, like when I grow, I missed in my childhood, anything let it be. So the one thing you want to tell something about that?
See, basically, I can't say I missed in my childhood, but definitely I had a passion to do commentary.
Okay, commentary.
I was a cricketer, and I used to do cricket commentary, and I want to pursue cricket commentary as my career.
Okay.
And my elder brother said, sit down here, you are a jeweler, do jewelry business. That is the only thing I miss in my life.
So can we listen 2-3 lines of commentary if you don't mind, like if you like to, because I want to see
For that you need to play a
cricket in front of you.
In front of
but
me.
right away it is not possible.
It's not possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyhow, someday we will listen
Definitely,
to commentary.
yes.
So you would be, if you would not been a jeweler, you would be a great commentator.
Yes.
Yes? That was your passion.
Correct.
Okay. Avinash bhai, as you've been, your childhood have been very good, you're blessed, all those things were there. But somewhere, when you have grown up, you're into trading as sub-broker or broker. Later you have turned into broker. How was that journey to a jeweler?
So you have asked a question. I started my career with stock market. I was a sub-broker, and I was so blessed, Chetan bhai. On the first day of my life as a career, I made a deal. I came with a brokerage at home. So first day of my career,
I think it's a
I
big
started
round of
with a
applause.
success.
We should all motivate, this is what.
So that's the best thing which happened to me. And
Can we know what amount you have got first day?
it was 25 rupees.
20. And what was the total investment and how it happened? Can you just give what happened
See,
exactly?
basically, I was a broker. So when I get a brokerage, I get brokerage
Commission.
of the transaction which I do. So first transaction, I made up 25 rupees profit.
In which year it was?
It was 1989.
After I think after my birth, I was only 2 years that time.
Oh.
1899. Okay, done.
So you're too young to me then.
Very young, but very tough.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I was fortunate that Mr. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala was my client when I was a sub-broker. And I have attended lot of corporate meetings with him. And I understood with him when I was sitting with the meetings, how he used to look at the financials of the company and all that things. So that made me a lot of things to learn. And the best part of the stock market and the difference which I look at the jewelry market and the stock market, when I used to do stocks, I didn't have any thought in my mind that मुझे प्रॉफिट लेने के लिए इसको झूठ बोलना पड़ेगा. अगर मैं आज वर्गीस भाई को बोलता हूँ कि वर्गीस भाई मुझे 10 टंच में माल बेचना है, तो वर्गीस भाई बोलेंगे नहीं मेरे को तो 8 टंच में खरीदना है. मैं वर्गीस भाई को झूठ बोलूँगा नहीं सर 8.5 का तो मेरा कॉस्टिंग है, तो वो मेरे को 9.5 दे देंगे. So this is the culture in jewelry, which was not there in stock market. So that learning of mine made me stronger to be honest when I keep my price. I will not say a lie to just get the profit. So I will make sure that whatever I say, I will say to the truth and get whatever benefit I can get in my business. But I will never lie to this subject, ki this is my costing and this is this. So this is how the initial learning of stock market helped me
To
enter into this jewelry.
Enter into jewelry, and that
Yeah.
incorporated in jewelry business also.
Yeah.
That learning.
Yes.
Okay. Avinash bhai, are you a very angry man?
I'm not an angry
Are
man.
you a short temper?
I'm not short-tempered.
Not now, I'm asking before. Now you
No,
used
no,
to
I'm
be
not
doing
a
very good.
short-tempered man.
No?
No.
Are you angry? Stubborn?
Yes.
Very stubborn?
Very.
Okay. So what do you feel? Why do you feel you are very stubborn?
Because I have a problem that whatever I feel is right. I will try to convince the other person that I am right. Otherwise, he has to convince me that I am wrong and he is right.
That is next to impossible.
It is up to him to make me right, make me wrong and prove him right. So that is the stubbornness I have.
आपका कैसा है वो कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन हमें भी मिली कि सुनते सबका है करते मन का है आप.
होना भी
तो
वही
घर में
चाहिए.
भी यही होता है कि भाभी बच्चों के साथ सबसे बात होती है सुनते सबके है लेकिन आप करते मन का है. तो आप सबका सुन के क्यों नहीं करते? आपको क्यों लगता है आप हमेशा आप ही सही हैं?
When it comes to family, for me family is first. And there is no stubbornness. It is only family's thing. On one hand, I will say no, but I will definitely buckle down before them. When it comes to outside family, then it becomes challenge.
Okay. So you're tough.
I am tough, like coconut.
Yes. But coconut is very soft inside. Did you
That
ever
is
thought?
what I said.
Avinash bhai, I think you have come into jewelry brand. I think Mamraj Musaddilal is one of the manufacturer, wholesaler of temple jewelry.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And you are known for the executed pieces what you make. Best pieces, because we have seen in the exhibition that you make best pieces, like you make some jewelry boxes and antique. You have a great love for the antique collection. How did you get attracted to that? And when I was visiting your store, I can see you have a hat of 1 lakh, 50,000, 2 lakhs, and those all collection. So how did you learn that art, and how it have passed on to you that you're collecting a lot of antiques?
Honestly speaking, this industry has taught me, and I have seen collections of lot of people, and when it comes to perfection or the kind of art pieces which we need to make, I want to give credit to one of my customer. He is from Delhi. His name is Mr. Rajiv Jain. When I was there in this trade and I wanted to scale up, I went to him with a very dirty piece and a file of designs. That person saw me something in my mind or my head or my face, and he has given some stuff to me, and he started teaching me what you should see in a piece. And he refined every time when I go to him with the product. And he was trying to teach me, which was not his subject. Because generally retailers will try to show you the flaws and they will say, it is rejected, go out. But he taught me. And he made me understand what is good in a piece which you should look at, and what is the value you can get if you are making a good piece. And that is how I learned and I came to this level.
So he is a guru.
Yes, he's
So
my
he
guru.
taught you the antique.
Exactly.
And from that, you have started doing the antique collection.
Correct.
And I think today you have many antique collection, ultimately. What I have seen, because I visited your office, I was amazed to see you have a excellent antique collection. Avinash bhai, now let's come to the point of silver. You were doing a very great in Mamraj Musaddilal wholesale section, and you were supplying to the all corporates and individual stores. What came to your mind that suddenly you have started the retail store of silver? And what was the need? And today I can see 5 stores stock will you have in one store. And I was asking you about ROE also. You told yes, it's happening. Okay. But what made you to come to the silver? What changed your thought process?
Chetan bhai, actually, I have a big joint family. And when we were seeing struggle in B2B, we were thinking of coming to B2C. But our ethics were very strong. We were thinking, when you are doing B2B, if you enter into B2C of the same product, you are undercutting your own customer. And that is where we were thinking what is to be done in retail. And as rightly told by you that we have a lot of antique collections. So that passion of collection gave the kick to enter into silver artifacts. And that is how we thought we are not competing with our own customers. We are complementing them. And that is the reason we started with silver artifact store. And rightly told by you that when you see my stock at the Argentum Arts, it is very difficult to manufacture. It took almost 2.5 years for me to curate the stock before inaugurating my store. And that is how the store has come. That passion of collection brought me to this level. Okay.
Now coming to the point, Avinash bhai, we have heard about your childhood. You were very naughty, all those things. You have a father was a professor, but jewelry was your business from the decades because grandfather was into this. Today, as a manufacturer, what do you see is lack of in our industry, which need to be rectified? Because today we see the competition between the manufacturers and wholesalers towards the retailers, because everyone are in the rush, and ourselves we are losing our charm. What one thing we should all take care as a manufacturer, which will make you the best manufacturer, or you can sell your products for the best price. And why you are like that? And why other people are not like that?
No, Chetan bhai, the most important thing as a manufacturer we all have to understand is everyone has its own strengths to manufacture. The problem is, the biggest challenge right now is everyone is trying to fit in different person's boots. For example, you are a diamond manufacturer, I am a temple plus polki manufacturer. When I am seeing the pressure in my industry or my product, I am not trying to understand what can be done in my product, and I am looking at your shoes and jumping in your shoes. And that is how we are creating competition in between us. And we are creating that competition, and we are oversupplying to the same customers the same product. You are giving the same product, I am giving the same product, and that is being flooded. When you are talking on this, I'll just give a small example. Delhi is a huge market. And I have segregated, like for example, Greater Kailash 1, GK1 is a huge market for jewelry. I have only one customer there. I don't give to the other customer so that we are not competing with each other. So that is how we need to understand also. This is how we can change our way of thinking.
So you mean to say, what you know the best, you do the best.
Exactly.
Don't go to do everything. Like if you're best with something, you do the best.
Correct.
So that what happens, you have your strength. Am I right? That is
Exactly.
what you answer.
100%.
So Avinash bhai, are you a movie lover?
Very less.
Very less.
Yes.
Why? You don't love movies?
I think that's a waste of 3 hours. In that, if I'm sitting with my wife for 3 hours, I can spend much more quality time fighting with her rather than looking at
So
a
you
movie.
can have one tub cheese popcorn and one Coke. With one straw, you can divide your love.
No, that is
For
not
3 hours.
That is not love, no. 3
not
hours we are looking at somebody else, and after that we are fighting at home. Instead of that 3 hours, we can fight with each other easily.
So you're not a movie lover.
No, I don't.
But one
love
of your
movies.
favorite actor? I know you don't love anyone, you love yourself very much.
No, no, no,
But one
it's
of the
not that.
best actor you feel, one of the best actor.
There are a lot of good actors.
No, your favorite actor.
Amitabh Bachchan.
Always?
Always.
Because your voice texture also matches to him. And your personality also. When I see you, I feel like the Vijaynath. Vijaynath Chauhan. I feel that.
Agnipat. Agnipat. Agnipat.
And actress? I know many you will love, but one you tell me.
Honestly, in current generation, I think Deepika is ultimate.
Yes, ultimate. And what about your generation? This
My
is our generation.
This is my generation, man.
So we would like to see in your generation when I born.
No, see, this is my generation.
Okay, fine. So let me know one more little older generation than this.
Hema Malini is a good
Hema
actress.
Malini is a good
yeah.
actress. What about the cricket? You love cricket, Avinash bhai?
Yes, I love.
Yeah.
At one time, I used to love. Now, after this IPL and all commercialization,
Your
I
love
don't
changes
like-
very soon, I think.
Very
Avinash
fast.
bhai. So I think wife is only one.
Wife is only one.
Okay, that never changed.
That never changes.
That's if I'm happy for that.
No, no, official or unofficial, everything is one.
Mukesh bhai, he's clarified. He's live, he's clarified. No.
Enjoyment can be there with one wife also.
Yes. So I think we have a different interpretation about enjoyment. Anyhow, we will talk about this topic later. Avinash bhai, cricket was, and what game you like much? Like in sports, what's your favorite game?
Cricket is my
And
favorite.
Would you, sometime when you get time, do you play cricket?
Now I don't play cricket because I hurt myself while playing cricket. I had a shoulder dislocation because I was a wicket-keeper batsman.
So now you don't do any exercise or any...
I do gym and all. So active sports, nothing now.
Okay. So no active, no walking, you have a walking to stay
Walk
fit.
and gym I do.
And you're very phone alcoholic. Why? What is
Yes.
that? Because when you're going to home, you're using phone, sleeping, you're using phone, you're getting, your family is all, they're requesting you to keep the phone for some time.
I think my screen time should be somewhere around 8 to 9 hours.
So I
So
think,
I'm a like alcoholic, I'm a phoneaholic.
So what is the reason behind that? Like,
There's nothing. I feel lot of information is there on the phone.
in the home also
Learn.
you will get lot of information.
Yes, always.
So why don't you take that and why you use phone?
That is what I said. Instead of fighting for 3 hours,
You like
it
to
is
see
better to change your mind to somewhere else.
So you just, you love mobile,
Yes.
reading the informations.
Yes.
So nothing else, only reading
Nothing
the
else.
informations.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you're a hard fan of desert lover?
I'm a
And brownie.
hardcore desert lover.
Huh.
I think you have gathered a lot of information from my wife and my children.
No need of that.
I'm a big time.
If you get brownie, you don't need dinner, it seems. Is it?
There are 2 desserts.
Okay, one is
One
brownie.
is brownie and the other one is tiramisu.
That both are favorite.
Both are my favorite, and because of that craving, I'm zero sugar for last 3 months.
So you have stopped completely.
I've stopped completely.
Okay.
So this is my determination that I can leave my most favorite food also to get into shape.
So you're giving me a hint. If you talk more, I can leave you also. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Now let's come to the industry point. You've been a vice chairman for GJC. Suddenly, few years you were not in GJC or out of the GJC. What made you to come to the industry, and what is your goal for industry? Like, everybody is playing an essential role to make industry better. But why did you choose to come? And what is your clear intention? Not only for GJC, for the industry.
See, when I came into the industry body, my idea, my goal was very clear that our industry is not getting that kind of recognition which this industry deserves.
For example?
For example, even though we are contributing more than 8% to the GDP, still government does not see us as a body or as an industry which is a trusted industry. That is the tag which is to be removed by everybody's contribution, everybody's effort, and every industry body is trying to make sure that this tag is removed. And that is a very, very important thing which is very, very close to my heart, that I feel this industry deserves much higher recognition than what it is getting today by the government, by the consumer, and by the industry players. So I think we all has that capacity to change that mindset, and in that aspect, one thing has given us a good platform, that is the HUID which has come. It has given a very, very good platform to change that mindset in the minds of the consumer, at least now. So on these lines, like there are many other aspects which are still to be worked on.
What is your one agenda? Like one thing you are very sure, if I have come as a vice chairman, I will serve as the chairman, I want to do this and give back to the industry. What is your one vision?
So
you have many vision. I want one vision, strong vision.
One strong vision is one industry, one voice to the government. Let it be any number of associations. When it goes as an industry voice, it has to go as one voice.
Okay, that is very great initiative. I think a big round of applause for vice chairman. But I think this is not possible in only one liner, because everyone have their own thought process. GJC have his own thought process, IBJA have his own thought process, GJPC are in different line. We have so many thousands of associations in the country. We have again our domestic council. How do you align that? We may talking is, you have your vision, that is okay. How do you practically furnish that? That's the challenge now. Are you taking any step? Are you talking to all the association? Or after you coming, did you made all the association one meeting and you wanted to come on one place and be in one voice? Are you taking any initiative?
Sir, already initiative has been started. And I think one step, and the first step is the most difficult. The moment you start thinking of taking a step, that is the seed of anything. And that has already started. And I don't know that first step, who is going to be initiated with, who is going to come together is the point. And I think when you have a will, there is a way. And I am pretty sure in next 4 years, I am the vice chairman now. At the end of 4 years, I will be completing my tenure as chairman. And I have a strong gut feeling and a vision that at the end of my chairmanship, I will align this industry with the help of you and everybody. Like you are also part of IBJA, you are part of JAB, you are part of KJF. So what I personally feel is we all have that onus on all of us. One step taken and moved forward will align everybody together. And I think these are all small egos which are keeping our industry away and giving a multiple voice to the government. I think the day is not far that wherein we will have one voice. Whoever is going to get the credit of it, it's immaterial, but I feel there is a day which will come when there is a single voice which will go to the government.
Are you standing alone in GJC or you have a team to go ahead with like
No,
that?
sir,
Or,
it's always a team.
so do you feel everyone are on the same board with the GJC, what you spoken now?
See,
Or there is a differences you need to convince them?
no, there is no difference at all. There might be a way of thinking might be a little bit different, but the team has that same core and it will happen in the same way only.
Okay. So your voice seems to be very confident.
100%.
I'm wishing you very all the best that
Thank
when
you,
you
sir.
finish your 4 years after your chairmanship, I'll have a second round of coffee and I would ask you the same question.
100%. And at that time, the first message of yours will be, congratulations, Avinash bhai.
Chalo, a big round of applause. I think that is what a confident we require. Avinash bhai, everyone have a challenges in their life. Everyone go through. We all want to know one challenge which you faced, you broke, you came back again. Which is the toughest time of your life where you broke and you felt, yes, it was hard to me. I know you're a very strong man and you're very polished when you're talking. And you can take all the challenges as opportunity and you will face it. But there will be a phase where you break down, difficult to come back, but you have came back. So which incident you want to tell us and how did you come back? We all want to know that.
It's 2020 during COVID when I lost my brother. I was completely broke because that was my toughest time in my life, because to me my family is everything, and at that time my family went through the hardest time, and that is the time which I left the entire industry. I sat down, I spent maximum time with my family, and at that time my family has seen me the lowest. Almost I can say I was under the depression period at that time. The entire family, my nephews, my mom, my wife, my children, everybody, they stood strong with me and they made me stand again. And today I am sitting here because of their strength, and my mom is my biggest strength. She has shown me the way how to fight that situation, and today I'm sitting here because of her.
So you were very close to your brother.
Yes.
And when you lost him in the COVID, it was very tough time. I know your mother is very close to you. What one thing you have learned from your mother that you feel that this have changed my life? Like, I know she tells you everything, she pampers you, she loves you, but one thing what you have learned from her?
Chetan bhai, I told you I lost my father when I was 11.
Yes.
And she has seen all kinds of hardships in her life. Losing a husband at a very young age. Because I lost my father when my father was 49. So from that age, she has been very strong. And she has seen her eldest son, my eldest brother. We lost him in 2014. She was strong. 2020, I lost another brother of mine. She was still strong. So she has, it's not through words, it's through her conduct. She has shown me struggles. If you see it as a struggle, you will always be struggling. If you try to fight with that struggle, you will become successful. And that is how that strength has given me the courage to fight everything and move on in life. That's the most important crux of life.
It's a big round of applause. I think this is all we require. And everyone go through some challenges in their life, Avinash bhai. What was your best moment of your life? You were most happy day for you, where you feel this day was my day, where you remember that any of one incident? Because I have to ask you, many miracles also happened in your life, I know. But first I would like to ask you a happy day of your life.
The first day of my career when I earned 25 rupees.
Yes. That was your hard-earned money.
Yes.
And you were very happy that day.
Correct.
And I've heard a lot of miracles happen in your life also. Would you like to share one of the miracle or to any of the example that you feel that this was, I never thought it happened and God been very kind? Would you like to share any of your miracle of your life?
See, I shared with you in the initial period itself that I met Mr. Rajiv Jain. That's a miracle. Today, if I go to anybody and asking to teach me, nobody will teach me. Today, somebody who is of a different caliber than me. When I am telling you this, a person, you understand the quality. If somebody is dealing with internally flawless diamond and somebody is going to him with an I2 quality goods, what will he do? He will throw him out. That was the difference of the caliber of the person.
But I think he saw in you some fire.
That is what I am saying. So that is a miracle. That is a miracle. I went with to him with a item which was like a scrap for him. And he saw something in me and taught me with the designs that you go and manufacture this design. Bring it to me. I will show you what is wrong in it. And he was showing me an internally flawless diamond and showing what is the difference between an I2 and internally flawless diamond.
So he's talking about his guru.
So
From Delhi, one of the
Mr.
jewelers,
Rajiv Jain.
Mr. Rajiv Jain, who taught him about the antiques and you have learned from him because when you go to his store, you can see the most antique products. And not only the antique products are kept, that is beautiful, you will never find in any jewelry stores in country, I can tell you. The collection what he has. So I was very fascinated to ask him that, how did you learn that? So he told me there is one Rajiv Jain, his Guruji, who taught him which way to see the antique and how to buy. So he feels that there is a miracle that a person saw energy in you. He saw a big energy in you that
100%.
you can do it something.
So that is what I'm saying. So teaching something, if you're going to an institute, and he was an institute by himself, and that's 100% that's a miracle. That's nothing else.
Avinash bhai, people are very afraid to talk to you sometimes. So are you what? You scold them or what? Yeah, any industry, you are very straightforward, your nature. So would you like to change to be diplomatic or you want to be the same?
I want to be me. I don't want to change for somebody else. If someday I feel myself that I need to change for my good, then I will think about it. For others, I will not change.
So Bhabhi told very correctly. सुन के सब ये करते हैं, अपने मन की करते हैं.
क्या करें यार?
ठीक है.
That is my nature.
Anyhow, Avinash bhai, now our industry is reformed in a very well way. Hallmarking introduced. We are fortunate we have a great government which is supporting our industry. We are blessed to be in the jewelry industry. Now what is next about jewelry industry? What future do you see? Or what we have to work on more, because there are a lot of youngsters jewelers, they are manufacturers who want to become, they want to come into this industry. So what is the next you understand?
See, honestly speaking, I see the future of Indian gem and jewelry industry at a very high. Every time when I'm saying this, today we are at 7 to 8% GDP. At 2047, we want to see this industry at 11 to 12%. So definitely it is not going to be, if it is not growing to that level, we are not going to grow at 11, 12%, because at 2047, we are going to be at least 20 trillion economy. So 20 trillion economy, and we are talking about 11% of the GDP, that means we need to be 2 trillion, which is huge. So that is not possible unless and until we are innovating, we are adopting the technology, and we are moving with the time. And the most important thing, we need to shut down on one important aspect, which is price war. Unless and until we stop the price war, we will not be able to grow. And fortunately for us, that every retailer today is understanding that, but trying to take the share of the market, and that is where they are having some trouble. But definitely by 2047, I see we are going to contribute 10% minimum to the GDP.
I think a great confidence you have, Avinash bhai. And it's the big challenge what I feel today as a association also and as a member of fraternity, artisans. We are talking that we will be the biggest GDP in this industry, the government will help them. All those things are okay. What about artisans? Today also when we visit the factories, the way the factories are there, the way people are working, the way they are accommodating, the way their living is there, they have not sufficient to progress in our industry. How do you see that and what do you guide? Because that is a very important impact of our industry. And that's a backbone of our industry.
Very true, Chetan bhai. The challenge for our industry is we are not able to take care of our artisans in the right spirit. And that is happening for a simple reason. We are not trying to take optimum profit from the consumer. We are not able to communicate the right spirit in which we should communicate to the consumer that we are working at very thin margin. Tell me which industry in the world is there who is working with a margin of 10% from the manufacturing to the end product. The margin is only 10%. So, unless and until we start communicating in the right spirit, we will not be able to take care of our artisans. Now, the best part what is happening is the integration of technology and artisan both, which is improving the lifestyle or life standards of the artisan also, as well as the industry also. Now the technology is coming in such a way that you can use technology as well as artisan together, and you can make a good product at a lower cost. And that is how you can increase your profitability. And at the end of the day, if we are not increasing our profits, we are going to perish.
But Avinash, this is okay what you told, but end of the day, what artisans are facing is a huge challenges because new members are not coming in. New generation is not coming in. Do you think it is not a big challenge for us in the future? Maybe we have a AI, now we have a technology, we have lot of things. But a man, what he does, that can't be done by machine. There is a few things which need to be done by handcrafted jewelry. And new members are not coming into this. So this challenge is as an association, not as a personal. Because when we had one CIA meeting in Kolkata, I told GJPC, GJC and IBJA, we all collaborate and make one CSR activity where we felicitate all the artisans and we make sure that we can help them to a better, lifestyle. So can we do that?
Definitely yes. GJC is always together with the industry to support artisans at any point. At any point.
So I would request you today on the forum that GJC, IBJA and GJPC all together, we sit together, make one account as a CSR, and whatever the challenges we have for the artisans in country, we support them, the lifestyle wise or maybe upgrading the skills. Because today, skill development is a big challenge.
Skill development is a big challenge, definitely. And as you told me, on the forum, I commit from the GJC side. When GJC, GJPC and IBJA are coming together, we are not going to go back.
Great.
And definitely we will support
Great.
for the cause of artisans. And on the skill development side, definitely we have a skill council already which is existing for gem and jewelry. And they are trying to work, but still a lot of work to be done. Definitely we can work together, and GJC is already part of Gem and Jewelry Skill Council. So definitely we will work on that.
Avinash bhai, one message you want to give to all the youngsters? What is your message? Because today, how do you see youngsters are entering in the industry and what is the lack of? Where they need to get improvised?
See, I will give only one message, which is a very small message but a very strong message. Be true to yourself. If you are true to yourself, then you can conquer anything. If you try to copy somebody, you are going to go nowhere.
Can you elaborate that? What do you mean by true to yourself?
When I say true to yourself, you should have, everyone has some vision. Everyone has some thought. To build that thought is very easy, as well as it is too difficult. Copying somebody is very easy. And that is what the entire generation is looking at. And they are trying to copy the success model which is available instead of searching for the success road. So what I feel is we should stick to what we are and then start walking. You will go at the right place. That is the only message I want to give.
I think you're very talk to the point and very spick and span, you speak on the topic very well. Now, my question to you is, we see this industry have helped, everything is there. As now, GJC has taken a lot of initiative. Do we have any social responsibilities towards industry also?
Definitely, yes.
What are the responsibilities you feel and we are lack of and we have to do it?
See, one point you have just told about the artisans.
Yeah, that is the biggest major point.
That is a major
which is the backbone of our industry.
Exactly. So, that is one important challenge we need to work on. And definitely, when all the three bodies come together, this work is very small. We can easily do it. When we are trying to do single-handedly, it is not going to work. But when it is going as a collective part, everything will go fine.
Okay, fine. I think this is... Avinash bhai, what about book reading? You love book reading? No.
No.
So how do you grab so much knowledge then?
My phone.
So 8 hours is used for that?
Yes.
Okay. When I think you were the convener for GJS first edition,
Yeah.
and that was a super success.
Yes.
What was the learning you had in that first show, because it was your first experience in GJS? What did you learn from that exhibition as being the first time organizer? What challenges you faced to get the buyer, exhibitor?
See, whenever you do something for the first time, you will face a lot of challenges. It is a public forum. I won't be able to divulge a lot of things which
Basically, you can tell, which can be heard.
It's fine. There were challenges which were overcome. The learning, I can say,
Learning, please you tell.
learning I got was, if you have a will to eradicate the challenges for the industry players, the roadblocks for the industry players, the kind of atmosphere a jewelry industry's show needs to be given. If that kind of vision somebody has, they can create, they can eradicate all the challenges which were being seen, can be done. And I was happy that I could eliminate that, and future exhibitions have taken a learning from that and they have improved on that. So that much learning I had, ki if you have a will, there is a way and you can do it.
I asked, what did you learn? A will and wish I understood.
No, that is
But what was your learning? Like
learning is that only, boss.
Will and wish.
Not will and wish. I said removing the hurdles for the industry.
That
was the learning.
Because as an exhibitor, you know what was the challenges.
As an exhibitor, as a visitor also.
Both the way,
I
both
had.
the way. So
Both I had.
it was easy for you.
Yeah.
You did it.
So I had a lot of challenges. So all that challenges I removed.
You thought both the side, visitor side and
Yeah.
exhibitor side, and you have removed it.
Yeah.
So, okay, last question. Then we'll go for a Q&A. Avinash bhai, we have seen you for many years. You have been from 3 decades, more than 3 decades into this business. I think at very young age, you have come into business. That time the margins were different, and today the margins are very thin and the competitive market is there. How do you sustain? What one thing you do so that you sustain, and everyone should work on to sustain in the market?
See, you have to adopt the change according to the market conditions. Point number 1. Point number 2, when you have higher margins, your turns are slow. When you have thinner margins, your turns are more. So if you master that particular thing, you will be able to sustain. And that is what I learned and I sustained.
So when you had a big margin, you did it. When the demands lower margin, high run, you did that.
Yes.
So as per the situation, you worked.
I changed according to the market conditions.
I think a big round of applause for Avinash bhai. I think very bluntly he spoke. I thought, yeah, I think it was vice versa. Like I thought he'll be difficult, but I've been very easy and very straight to the point. And Bhabhi told me very rightly, you're very tough. So anyhow, we'll go for a last Q&A, 2 Q&A. Sumesh bhai, I know eagerly you're waiting for we are there. We have a 5-10 minutes more to close down. 5 minutes we have more to close down, so we can take 2 Q&A. Yogesh bhai, please.
Okay, hi Avinash ji, great to know your personal side. I didn't know you started with stock market before getting into business of gold and now silver and a lot of different things. So if I'm an investor, if I have an amount of X with me, as of today, with your knowledge of both this, where would you invest? Would it be in stocks? Would it be in gold? And if so, what percentage?
If you have 100 rupees today, put 80 rupees in gold and 20 rupees in stock, you will make more money.
Good, very
Gold,
good, thank you.
or silver.
Silver.
But it should be in the precious metal.
Over the longer run.
Yeah, for a longer
This
run.
is for everyone.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's expert advice. For
No,
everyone.
it's not expert advice. It is my
For us,
perception.
for us, it's expert advice, mentor advice.
Right.
Sumesh bhai.
Avinash, I have two questions for you.
Yeah.
One is that, as you said, you started your career working under the legendary Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, late Jhunjhunwala ji. He had some connection with Hyderabad. I think he's married to a woman in Hyderabad, to a
Correct.
lady in Hyderabad. And his biggest bet, the biggest thing which gave him fame was the investment in Titan.
Titan.
So does it had anything to do with that his connection with Hyderabad jewelry fraternity that he invested in Titan? This is one question.
Yeah.
And how was your interaction with him and what all you learned from him? Question number two is, I'm very keen to know who was Mr. Musaddilal. Because in Hyderabad, there are so many Musaddilal Gupta, Musaddilal jewelers, you are Mamraj. So I believe that he is part of the Nizam, jeweler to the Nizams and Mamraj. So Musaddilal is something I'm keen to know who was he. Thank you.
Right.
Two questions.
So I will answer your second question first.
Okay.
Musaddilal ji was my grandfather. And there is no connection with the Musaddilals and this Musaddilal. That Musaddilals also, their grandfather also had the same name of Musaddilal. So it is nothing,
to do
no
with the
connection
other-
at all, no family link, nothing. And Mamraj was my great-grandfather. So how that name has come, Mamraj Musaddilal. So this is one question.
But this Musaddilal
And-
ji was jeweler to the Nizam?
No, we were not jeweler to the Nizam.
Okay.
So that's clear. On the point
But
of
he was a
Rakesh,
jeweler.
yeah, he was a jeweler. He was a jeweler.
And your father
My father was a
skipped the jewelry
yes,
business.
Yes. So my father was a professor, and I had the fortune of two great people in my life. One is my grandfather, and one is my father. My father went to US to pursue his PhD in 1965, leaving behind his wife and 3 children at Hyderabad, India. And my father had 5 sisters. So my grandfather was so great that he allowed him to go to US in 1965 to pursue his studies, because in that era nobody used to come back. And my father came back to India, and he was a professor in Osmania University till his last breath. So I had the fortune of that, 2 great people in my life. And on the Rakesh Jhunjhunwala front, he has a lot of connections with Hyderabad. His maternal uncle is from Hyderabad. His sister is married into Hyderabad, into a jeweler family. And his maternal uncle is also a jeweler. And Tanishq entering into Titan has never been an idea of being from the jewelry fraternity closeness or something. So he always used to say, when you are investing in stocks, you are investing in business.
Right.
You are not investing in a stock just thinking of returns. If you are a businessman, you will invest everything of yours in that business. So when you are investing in stocks, you are a partner in that company. So you have to look at that company as an investment in the business. So that is how he used to take his calls. And that is how he has invested in Titan at that time.
Right. And you see, he always said you are owning the part of that business.
Correct.
And why I said is because some other jeweler told me the story when Rakesh Jhunjhunwala visited that jeweler in Hyderabad. So he said, what, you have just one store. Look at Titan. I own 15% of Titan. And that time they had, say, 200 stores. So
No, sir.
I own 10 stores by that virtue of that calculation.
Sir, when he invested in Titan,
Yeah.
Titan was at its low.
Huh.
They
Right.
were not able to run business. They were not able to run business. After he invested and they
No, this
brought the
conversation is much later when
No,
Titan
no.
had come up.
That's a different thing. But
Right.
when he invested in Titan,
True,
he
it
was Titan jewelry business was not that big.
True, true.
So it is his fortune and Titan's fortune that that became his highest investment.
Right, right. So I was just trying to see if there are something common between the jewelry background and the investment.
No, no, no.
All
Fine,
right.
fine.
Thank you.
Sumesh bhai.
Thank you.
Last, Avinash bhai, do you have any message to give to our jewelry industry? Do you want to give any message? As a vice chairman, as a jeweler, as a manufacturer, wholesaler, do you have any message where you feel that you want to convey to the whole industry? So this is a right platform because it is going to live YouTube. It will be recorded session. It will be there for the decades. Do you have anything to say to the jewelry fraternity?
I can say only one thing. Fasten the seat belts. This is just the beginning for the gem and jewelry industry in India.
Wow,
We are going to grow at exponential growth. So let's join hands and grow together.
A big round of applause. I think we all had a great lunch. Yogesh bhai, you have arranged a great lunch for us. We had a big round of applause. Is not up to that mark. Come on, ma'am, I think your voice required here.
Come on, everyone. We can be a bit more louder with applauses.
Yes. So we can all raise up. We would like to felicitate our Avinash Gupta ji. Come on, hip hip! Hip hip! I think there's no voice. I am more powerful than you guys, yeah. Hip hip! Come on.
And yes, we would also like to request Mr. Yogesh Mudras to kindly come and join us on stage. Managing Director, Informa Markets India Private Limited. Mahinder sir, kindly come join us. Pallavi ma'am, please join us. Mukesh sir, Varghese sir. Basically the whole team, the whole fraternity is requested to kindly come and join us on stage to do the honors. That was one of the most fascinating and spectacular conversations, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coffee with Dr. Chetan Kumar Mehta in conversation with Avinash Gupta. And so we do have a token of gesture, gratitude, honor, you name it, we have it. We would like to represent that. And with this, we request the team to kindly honor our guest with a big, huge memento. I must say, the future is bigger and better, indeed. So I'm very sure there's a big takeaways with our speaker and of course at the same time, Mr. Gupta, thank you very much. Let's quickly take a full picture. I would rather call it as like a family picture. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our very own Jewelry and Gem Hyderabad, the 17th edition.